Hey guys, welcome back. It's Matt from Adventurecruiser. Now, as you can tell, my life is an absolute mess, and so is my garage, but that's life. I would rather have fun and experiment with stuff and play with things than have a perfectly clean garage. Maybe that's just me, but you're starting to see a little bit of everything that's been taking up my time and why I haven't been making too many videos lately. But I wanted to share something with you. Over this past weekend, there were a series of events, let's call it, where people were getting together and sharing grievances or beliefs, and that is our constitutional right. However, I also want to know what's going on so that I can potentially avoid any danger or take care of my family. But the point of this video is not to get on a soapbox. It is, however, to share what I did to pay attention to everything around me. As you can see, I have a plethora of radios here. And here's how I paid attention. These two are the KNG2 from BK Technologies in 7800. These are the KNG P800s, also in 7800. I used these two radios to monitor the two major trunking systems in my area. There's the RCS, which is the Regional Communications System, and then San Diego Trunked. Unfortunately, last week, San Diego PD was one of the few remaining holdouts, and they went encrypted. So I lost a ton of visibility. I'm going to talk about that in a different video, but I was still able to pay attention to lifeguards, fire, Caltrans, all kinds of other things between these two radios. So here's what I did. I would listen to one system, I'd listen to both systems at a time. If there was something that I was fascinated by, then I would turn on one of these radios and go to that talk group so I could specifically listen for what was going on. For instance, there was a car that went off the side of the road and into a house. That was intriguing, but it wasn't life or death for my family, and so it was something I just wanted to passively listen to. So I pulled that trunk group up on this radio and returned this one to non-affiliate scanning in wildcard, meaning I can listen to absolutely everything on a trunked system as long as it's not encrypted on wildcard. So that's what I would do for the San Diego system and the RCS. I would pull those off. Now we have a couple of other major agencies out here. We have CHP, California Highway Patrol. Now in my area, CHP is a hybrid radio system. There is VHF low band, and it's around 38 megahertz, plus or minus 5 or so. And that's what this is, an HT1250 in VHF low. I have another one in my truck, and that's usually what I was listening to. It's a Kenwood NX 5600, I think, maybe 5200. And I would pay attention to Highway Patrol because there was some interesting stuff going on there where they would reference something going on, even though they weren't properly discussing it. Then I had this dedicated specifically to San Diego lifeguards. Not because I expected anything, but they're just fascinating to listen to. So this Harris Unity XG100 in Sexy Black is set up for lifeguards, or at least that's what I used. Then we have CAL FIRE. So CAL FIRE is our county fire agency. San Diego County merged or got taken over or somehow became a part of CAL FIRE. It's a unified agency, and they still dispatch on VHF. So I was able to pay attention there. There are a couple brush fires, nothing major. And then there's a guy on X called Scanner Pacific, and he sent me a code plug for LA. And so I was listening to some of the stuff from Los Angeles on this. Now I had to be in the right area because I'm quite a few hundred miles away from it, but in the right setting, I could pick up some stuff. So all of these together give me little snippets here and there where I can build a story of what's taking place. Another thing that I actually really like doing, and I can't show you because it's on my phone recording this, is using Flight Aware. You know, all those different flight tracker things. You can see where there's commotion. You can see where there are helicopters circling, things like that. In my opinion, if I were staying away from where the helicopters are, I'm golden. But that's what I was doing all yesterday and late into the night. But I thought maybe you'd be excited to see how I listen to these systems. Thanks, everybody. Take care. Have a great day.